As an entrepreneur and a father, I've learned quickly that the world doesn't slow down for your goals. The bills keep coming and your responsibilities grow. Nobody wakes up thinking about your dream the way that you do. So I want to tell you a little story about this product I invented called the Thaw Claw. It's a kitchen device used for defrosting frozen food using the water method. A lot of us use that, put your frozen food in the sink, run water over it, or try to put a pot or something on top of it to make it thaw quick. You know how it goes trying to thaw frozen meat. You know how it is trying to thaw some chicken or something. So I created a device to solve that problem. What people said was a corny idea turned out to actually be a really good idea for me. So I just want to tell you how, I went through the ups and downs of developing that product and actually bringing it to market, and just some of the trials and tribulations and some of the issues that I faced, and how many times I wanted to stop, how many times I got frustrated, and how many times I'm like, yeah, I don't know if this is going to work. But I want to tell you, that I stuck with it. I used the discipline and I stuck with it. So I'll go all the way back to how I came up with the idea. So first, my girlfriend at the time she called to the house and asked me to take out some chicken and thaw it for her so she could cook it when she got home. I was on my Xbox playing some 2K or something, some game back then. I was a gamer way back then, and I forgot. I mean, I just forgot. By the time she got home, she's like, "Where's the chicken? You didn't take it out." I'm like, "Oh man, my bad. I was on the game. I forgot." But I said, you know what? What if somebody had something for that? Somebody had a device to solve that problem. And I looked around, I looked online. I didn't find anything for thawing, other than the microwave. Who wants to use the microwave to thaw their meat? That's not safe or sanitary. But I couldn't find anything. So I was like, what do we do? How do we usually thaw these things? And a lot of people use the water method. A lot of us use the water method. So I'm like, what can I do to keep the meat in the water and make it thaw properly? And so I did some research on the water method and water temperatures and all these different things. And that brought me to an idea. What if I made a claw that attaches to your sink and then holds the package underwater and thaws quickly? Random idea, right? Yeah. Same. I thought the same. So I talked to a couple of my friends about it. I'm like, hey man, I'm thinking about making this device to thaw, food underwater. And they're like, man, that's stupid. Nobody's gonna buy that. You wasting your time. You might as well do something else with your money, man. You wasting your time. So I'm like, I think it's a good idea, man. I mean, there's nothing else out there like it. So, I might as well try it. Man, whatever, you're wasting your time. So me being me, the entrepreneur that I am, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna try it. So I didn't know exactly how I was gonna make it. But what I did was one night, me and her were just sitting up, watching TV, and I said, "Man, I got an idea. Let's go to Walmart and buy a bunch of random stuff, and I'm gonna put something together. Use my ingenuity and put something together." So we did. We went to Walmart. I bought a bunch of random stuff and came back and chopped it all up, cut it all up, paste, tape, glue, tried all things type of thing, popsicle sticks and little toy rakes and, suction cup, big suction cups. I tried all type of stuff to try to come up with it. But eventually I came up with something that actually worked. I came up with a claw out of some wires and some metal wires and some tape and a suction cup. And I made this ugly device, but at the end of the day, it held the food underwater and it thawed faster. So I'm like, I got something. I got something. I got something. So now I had to figure out how to make it. How was I going to make it? And that became a little bit of a challenge for first time, person inventing a product. It really became a challenge to figure it out. What was the step? So I put together a little bit of a roadmap. Okay, I'm going to figure out how to get a prototype, an actual prototype, and then find somebody to manufacture it. I'm going to find somebody to put it out, and then I'm going to be filthy rich. That's how the dream plays out. That's how all of our dreams play out, right?
The Mindset Manual with Myron Williams.